52%, you said?
Yeah.
It's 940 right now.
It is 940. Let's start with the ice. That's actually not as good as my other ice. Usually I got some really good one. I will say for the last few pods, I've had a different cup of coffee. I had Chick-fil-A when I did... I forget who it was. If it was Jared, it's probably not going to be uploaded because his podcast, my phone died. I had Starbucks with Elias, and now I have McDonald's with you. Starbucks is so much better.
Mickey D's downgrade, man.
Yes, it definitely is. If you like milkshake coffee, Mickey D's is the one. I'm here with the guy who you've heard his name a lot. His face, you have to go into the depths of my social media to find it. It is the Bryant. This is why I have not had him on the podcast. It's for that. This is a guy. What can I say? We've known each other for a minute. How long have we known each other?
2, 3. Let's see. How long have we been alive? That's
exactly. 30 years. So I think this is gonna be our 80th, our 80th year together.
We met in 6th grade. 6th grade. Early that year.
Okay.
We were 12 years old.
12, and we are 20 now.
That's half your life, bro.
That is. I would say that's 99% of my life. That's what I would say. You have been a part of. You, is that time well spent? Or
I just gotta say, if you can get part of your life back, you know when people say like, if you could have a genie give you a wish,
okay,
you get part of your life back.
Yep.
I would ask for these 10 years back.
You asked for these 10 years, and that is totally fair. Totally fair. Yeah. Me personally, I would just be like, no, I wish I was there with you when you were born. To be honest, same. You know, I feel like we could have had some more history. Just same incubator, just
bro.
This is gonna be a great pod. Here's the thing. I thought you were gonna be my first guest.
Okay.
He said. I thought you were gonna be my first one, but you have a job, so we had to postpone it.
Not a real one.
Not a real one. Okay.
No, I'm playing.
Heard that.
Go on. This is a terrible intro, but go on.
Hey, you know what? Once we find the groove,
it's a work in progress. I get it. You're young. Keep going.
Okay. Well, we'll jump into it. Okay, we met 6th grade. That's the gist of it. Road to the Oscars. You biggest influence on Road to the Oscars. You know, you've gone to every stand up. Let's back up for a second, because I want to talk about this. You had your own podcast. This is not your first rodeo. Let's start there.
It's my 3rd rodeo.
You've had 3 podcasts?
No.
Oh, okay.
2 podcasts. This is the 3rd rodeo, if you count this one.
Okay.
So, yeah, 2 podcasts. I don't know what to say. It's kind of trash.
Yeah. You've had 2 podcasts?
2 different ones.
What was the first one?
Moved on from the first one, which was like the burn, whatever.
Okay.
Second one was just a revamp. It was a remake, better logo, better audio.
Oh, okay, I see.
Had like real guests, better research, and it was more refined. So the topic was more refined.
Okay.
It was better. I mean, it was still trash. It just takes a long time to research this stuff, basically, and
yeah, you had like one of those informational pods. What? Okay, so let's start with what you recorded with and where.
Recorded with like one of the new Yeti mics.
Okay.
So very basic. Got my closet.
Yeah.
Pulled the clothes up.
Of course.
Had the isolation.
Yeah.
And I just got to work. I mean,
yeah.
The audio is fine. Honestly, you could even use like just headphone mic.
Yeah. Did you use Audacity? Is that what you used?
Audacity is what I used.
Any effects? How did you edit it?
The only thing that was a part of the editing process was the intro and the outro music, and I pulled it from YouTube Music. The music. MP3 stock music.
Okay.
It just sounded dope. I pulled it. It was like the 4th one I listened to. I just pulled it.
What was in the search bar?
It was
podcast intro.
Honestly, probably something like
Okay.
that. I put it in, and then it was like a beat drop right when I started talking. Right when I hit the "Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back." It was a beat drop, and it was kind of like lo-fi is what it was.
Okay.
Kind of sounded like that.
Yeah.
Like some rain hitting the windowsill type stuff. Beat drop. Hey, how's it going, guys? Yeah. Beat drop. We'll see y'all next time.
Kind of fire. Okay. So you had that. Those are the effects. Let's talk about post-pod. We're going to call it rain. Post-pod. What did you do? So you edited it, you posted it. Okay. Do you use like tags and stuff on YouTube? Do you post it on socials? What's the
Not really, honestly. I kind of just like went with it. I mean, my hope is that if I give information that's good or valuable, then like people are just going to take it and run with it, and they're going to share it. So I had like 4 or 5 people that I knew that were like on my social media every day that would listen to everything, and I just hope that like if I have enough value and information in there, then like they're gonna spread it to their friends.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like playing the SEO kind of tag game very hard. I just kind of hoped that like the work that I put in would kind of yield results. Like in hindsight, you should probably do that research and like hit up the hashtags and stuff hard. But
you just wanted the content to be good.
Yeah, that's all I cared about.
Was there a lot of editing within it, or is it just basically just one shot, one cut, straight up?
I mean, it depended. Like, there was some different kinds of episodes where I would, like, cut it up with, just different, like, I would do, like, lists of things. So sometimes I would, like, record a segment, and then I would have to, like, pull up new notes or something, and then start recording. So there was, like, some cutting up there, but for the most part, it was straight through.
Okay. Nice. I was very interested. Okay. So that was your podcast game. Okay. Let's talk about us specifically.
Okay.
I'm part of the road to the Oscars. We'll start with the stand up.
Okay.
You were there first time I did stand up.
Yeah.
Okay. Your interpretation of it.
It's trash.
Do you?
No, no, I'm not making a joke. It was actually really bad.
He said, "No, this is." Look at my face.
No,
it is serious.
It was like it really wasn't good. But here's the thing: is you did it, and at the time we were like 18?
Mm-hmm.
We were barely 18.
Mm-hmm.
So you did it, and I was like, damn. He did it. Like, he's got the guts to get up there. He doesn't even care.
But here's the thing: you know that I've done theater and stuff.
That's different, though. That's different because you have the structure of, like, everyone you go out on stage for, like, they went in and they know this guy's doing theater. You got this role. Everybody around you knows what you're doing. When you stand up, you're, like, completely on your own and nobody knows what to expect. You're out there. It's a bunch of 40-year-old dudes, right? Like, you get up there and they're just like, this guy sucks. And, like, you... No, like I know that you know, and you know I know that you sucked. So you get up there and knowing all that, bro, I was like, dang,
those are okay.
This guy has it,
okay.
and you had a lot of energy. So I'm like, you know what?
What were you expecting?
His jokes.
When I first said, "Hey, I'm doing stand up," did you see that coming? And what were you expecting?
I mean, you kind of had it like. Senior year, I could see that arc, I guess. Like, it makes sense. I wasn't surprised. I feel like it was natural. I don't even feel like there was a moment that I can remember where you were like, I'm going to go do stand-up. And I was like, what? Stand-up? Like, I feel like it was just like, oh, when are you going to do stand-up? That kind of thing. I don't feel like there was ever that moment.
Really? Okay. Do you know why I started? Look, I just couldn't.
Because you like people looking at you?
No, I did. No, I couldn't find any auditions. And I was like, this is the only way to get stage time.
Yeah.
So I was just like, might as well.
I mean...
Did you expect it to be good?
No. But, I mean, that's the kind of thing where it's like, you can only learn... Like, some people are naturally funny, but nobody is naturally funny on stage.
Okay. Hella nervous with the plays. Or, no, not nervous in school. But then when I started doing stand-up, I don't think I was nervous the first time. But then when I failed... Then and I saw it, like the footage of it, that's when I lost confidence in the writing. Plays are easier because it's like it's published word. and somebody's directing it, and you're rehearsing it, and you trust it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just do it. But like, you just memorize it. But stand up is like you write it, and you're doing it, and trusting your writing is a whole different. I still don't trust my writing. So that is, I do get nervous when stand up. That is crazy.
That's weird because I thought about that. Is when you used to say that, you would never get nervous, and you were just that dude. Like that was just your persona for whatever reason. You just never got nervous, and that's like how I remember you. That was your like defining things. You never got.
I never thought I would ever get nervous doing anything.
And then I remember like in Austin, how you would be like, "Oh, I'm like sick to your stomach."
Dude, yes, I was like, bro, I'm gonna throw up, dude.
I was just like, this dude, fell
dude.
off the cliff, bro.
Yes, I was like, am I losing it? Do I no longer have it? Yeah, that was crazy, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the real world, though.
I didn't want to enter it, but here I am. Yeah, that was crazy, yo.
See, that's what. Now you know how I felt in 7th grade when I had to stand up and tell people about dark matter and science. That's how I felt, dude.
Yeah.
I felt like I was going to throw up.
Yeah,
and that's how I felt for like 3-4 years into high school.
That's insane, dude.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
See, but it's crazy. I had the upwards arc. You had the downwards arc.
That's true. Yeah. What did you do to go over it? What was your thing?
Just doing it. Just doing it, and then doing it more. Like that's all you got to do.
No defense.
It also depends on the situation. Like if it's something that you really care about and you know that you know well, relatively, it's just you're just gonna internalize the confidence more. So,
okay. Facts. Yeah, so we had that. Let's talk about some stories from us, man.
Yeah, we went to the same college.
Did not plan that.
We didn't plan it, and also didn't talk to each other.
No.
Senior year, we weren't even friends, really.
Yeah, not because for whatever reason, just because we were just different.
Just because we didn't like each other like that. No, we just didn't talk senior year, and then freshman year, we didn't even talk in college. Freshman year, it was a few months before we really started hanging out in college.
Okay, facts.
But we were supposed to live together. We didn't. I was gonna live with Logan. Weird guy, man.
We mentioned you on that podcast.
Of course you did. How many podcasts have I been on already?
I think just 2.
Just 2.
I think so.
Elias, you talked about me on the podcast?
No. That was off air.
It was a different one?
That was off air. No. I talked to Elias about you. That was off air.
So just one.
No, with Logan. I might have mentioned you when I was doing the podcast by myself. I don't remember. It was for a reason. You had to watch it. There was a reason.
Sure it was.
No, you know what it was? It's because you texted me. You were like, oh, hearing different people's perspectives on things. That would be interesting.
Okay.
You remember that?
That's like the most generic thing.
Yeah, but hey, I was like, on this road to the Oscars, I'm going to have everybody who's been in my life on it.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, back to the point.
Yeah.
So, I hear you.
There was something you wanted to bring up. You said it was going to come up organically.
Yeah, it's going to come up organically because, well, you didn't even really say it at the beginning, but I've been thinking this since you started this, all right?
The pod?
Yes, that. The what?
The pod.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Okay.
You started a podcast.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Every time you talk about this, you say, the pod. I'm going to pod with this guy. I'm going to
says
pod
the
with this guy.
same thing.
I'm going to pod and pod and pod. There's no pod to podcast. You're podcasting. That's what I'm saying.
Evan says the same thing. He goes, every time you call it pod, I'm always thinking jewel pods.
Dude,
bro, I've turned it into a verb.
I thought the same thing. I was like, when did you get into smoking? That's bad for you.
Yeah, no, I'm just, phone's down again. We may not end this pod. Or we may have to record the second half, weirdly. Little TMG cut. Yeah, dude, I love that. You and Evan are like, you will hate that with a passion. I love it.
No, I hate it.
Every time I talk about it, I'm like, yeah, I got 3 pods a day. Anytime I ask people to be on it, I'm like, hey, you trying to pod it out? You trying to be on the pod?
People are like, I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they were like, what? And
that's wrong.
You know,
I'm not doing that with you. I'm not interested, bro. I'm just not.
You want to pod? You trying to pod tonight?
No, I'm not.
Where you? You don't want to be on the pod?
In the agenda, there was no podding.
Yeah.
I'll podcast with you.
You want to podcast?
Any day of the week, but
nah, bro. I have a pod. I don't have a pod. I run a pod with a guy. You know, every day we're podding. I'm always asking people, "Hey man, you trying to pod tonight?" What was that?
Hey, but that was my bone to pick. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
There's no potting. There's no potting. There's no prodding. There's no plotting.
I want you to know that will be you will see that twice as much now. It will only be referred to as a pod. On my descriptions, I go Road to the Officers pod. And this one, it's Bryant.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen the other pods or not?
Is that a question?
Yeah, man.
I've seen the other podcasts.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't. I haven't actually.
I don't blame you.
No.
I'm amazed when people are like, "Yeah, I have," and then I'm like, "Really? What was your favorite part?" And they're like, "The outro."
Well, you know, people are nice, dude. People, that's something to talk about. People are nice.
Yeah.
But then if you ask people, like people will
Yeah.
just say generic stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I supported you and I saw that, I loved it, and then you'd be like,
"What part?
what's your favorite part?" And they'll be like,
you know,
the part where you laughed and made that joke, and no,
it was a melodrama. Oh, yo, that's right, because you were crying laughing. And I thought it was laughing.
I was laughing.
Yeah.
It was the irony of the human condition. I saw what you were trying to do. You were making it a sad thing, but at the same time, it was a joke. Because life is funny.
Exactly, and that's full circle. That's why I referred to it as laughing, although you were actually being perceived as crying.
Yeah, people are fake, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about that.
You have plenty to say, but I think I'm working on a joke on that. I do not remember. But that's funny.
Here's an important thing.
Yeah.
7th grade.
Okay.
Highlight of my career as a student, but also just as a person.
Of course.
President.
Yep.
Of the Science Club of Benbrook Middle High School.
That you dropped.
Vice President.
Yep. President
of the Science Club.
Did we give speeches?
I remember. I was about to say that. We gave speeches. We stood up on the chairs or the desks and gave a speech. Okay. You weren't nervous. Okay. Of course you weren't. I was nervous as hell. Yeah, I rehearsed this. It was like a 30-second speech.
Really?
And I rehearsed it the night before.
Really?
A lot.
I don't even think
I brought a note card.
I think I just
had little Spark notes written on a note card, and I brought it. I didn't say it.
Were you dressed
I didn't pull it out.
Were you dressed up?
No. We dressed up every day. We got tucked in shirt, all that every day.
So that was good enough. Okay.
We both got it because nobody ran against us.
That's true. So the speech was for nothing. So you wasted your time. It's weird. You could have not given a speech and still won.
Well, I think she made us give a speech, but I was proud of that position, bro. Yeah. I put that on my resume from the first resume that I made in like 8th grade or whatever, when they first make you make one in like your business class.
Yeah.
Till senior year.
Yeah. For every job, you're like, why do you want to work here at Forever 21? Well, I used to be vice president.
I did apply to Forever 21.
Yeah. And obviously it was a no.
No, obviously it was a yes.
No interview or
I turned them down.
You did not.
I said I already have everything, bro.
Yeah, I'm a vice president of a club. And they were like, oh, okay, corporate. Yeah. You put corporate experience on your. Do you have corporate? Yes.
I have managerial experience.
Yeah, managerial. I think is the term. Yeah, I was in the corporate level of this very prestigious club. We were actually in the science division of the company.
We were tech.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I remember how serious I took that. I feel like you didn't really care. I'll be honest.
I do not.
I'll bring this up now. You know what? I wanted to impeach you. That's a serious thing. I wanted to impeach you because dude, you know what? I remember this. I wanted to do like this bottle rocket experiment or something weird like that. There was some experiment or something I wanted to do. Okay. I brought it to you. Yeah. I wrote it down on a piece of paper because Ms. Mumford told me to. Okay. I brought it to you and you were like, no.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, bro. You were a bad president.
What did we have better to do?
I'm just saying our Senate was in talks. I had most of the votes to impeach
Really?
you. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you turned everybody against me. What? Okay. I feel like you would have brought that up then.
We didn't get the votes in the end.
Speaking about people being fake. To my face, you were my friend, and behind me, you wanted to impeach me. All right.
We got...
People are like, all right, this pod's not for me. We're going to go ahead and... I see what Chris is up to. This was supposed to be the best one, Chris? All right, Chris is down bad. You want to be a physicist. Now, your job has changed many times. What's the dream job, man? What is your road to the Oscars?
My dream job is to be a manager at a shoe store.
Okay. No, those are goals. Yeah.
No, I honestly like my job now.
Yeah.
And
that wasn't the question, but continue.
And so
did not ask that, but continue.
My dream is to work in retail until the day that I die because it is financial security.
Those are facts, and you get free apparel. So
you get $10 every hour that you work. It's like a transaction.
Oh, that's insane.
And I love it.
Yeah, those are insane benefits. 10 an hour.
10 an hour.
For every 60 minutes, they're handing you an Andrew Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm proud of myself for knowing the name of that president, by the way. I had to think for half a second. I was like...
Tell me the ballpark of which president he was. Give me a ballpark of 10 numbers. Say between 10 and 20.
Oh, he was definitely between 10 and 20. Nope. Yeah, okay. Well, hold on. Out of 3. One...
Huh? No, you're actually right, I think.
For 10
he was like 16 or 15 or 18. Okay. Somewhere in there.
You said it like you knew. And then he was between, he was in 12
I don't know you're wrong, but...
or 40. He was, or 32nd, now that I think about it. He
came after or before Abraham Lincoln. One of those two.
I think you might be wrong. I think he, no, after or before. You might be.
Yeah. Oh, man. No, dream job, I mean, I've been thinking a lot about actually moving up, like, in running specialty. So, doing something where I can work for, like, a running specialty brand directly and do kind of what I'm doing now, but just, like, kind of a step above it, basically, where I'm, like, training other people to do what I do at stores for, like, our brand's shoes.
Or I'm with you. So like, would Nike be considered a running?
So Nike. Yeah, Nike okay. Or, like, Brooks, or...
Do you have one in mind, or just any of them?
Brooks. Yeah.
Okay.
Brooks, yeah, Brooks is kind of like... It's just one that it's, like, a really good environment, and it's, like, big enough where it's not super local. So there's opportunities. And it just seems like a dope job.
Are they, like, on the rise kind of thing?
Or they are... They're pretty established. Okay. It's just like I don't know, there's a lot of these brands that seem kind of obscure, but are just, like, really big in their niche.
Okay. Heard that. Okay, so that you come a long way from physicists. Can I say that?
Yeah, well, that's the backup. That's, like... well, that's because...
If that is a word, we're definitely going to the forces of gravity.
Yeah, plan B is to... I mean, theoretical physics is not real, so I could definitely make it in just kind of making stuff up. Because, it's not... I mean...
That's true. Equals MC squared. You could have done B equals AB cubed.
It doesn't matter, Yeah.
So,
like, that is real. But, like, what people are saying now, that's not real, bro.
That's not real.
People are saying weird stuff now. Okay. So, you can make it up.
Oh, I got you. Easy, 500K a year. Easy.
Yeah, ballpark.
Yeah. Okay. What are you doing to get on the Brooks team?
Right now I'm selling shoes.
Just out of your garage.
You know what? I will have sold enough of their shoes that I can just say to them, I have made you guys at least $100,000 in revenue. I know everything about your shoes. Yeah, I don't have a degree.
Ain't that 100 shoes or 1,000 shoes?
That, yeah, maybe it's less than 1,000 shoes.
Less than 1,000.
But I mean, what I'm doing right now, I get to meet with those people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Like, the only thing that matters is just knowing people. I think degrees are kind of overrated. Not that, like, honestly, okay.
This podcast took a turn. Stay out of school, kids.
The degree that's not overrated is an MBA. If you get a master's in business administration,
you can do anything.
You can literally do anything you want in any industry. It's actually pretty insane. I used to think that was overhyped. It's not.
No, MBA is.
If anything, it's underhyped.
Oh, okay.
But if you get like a degree in liberal arts or like what I'm doing, there's nothing you can do.
Depends on the career move.
I guess you just have to know people. Like,
is that what you're finding it? Is that your?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, especially in like liberal arts, you just have to know people and whatever you want to do. And
because you used to be in liberal arts and now you transferred to was it kinesiology?
Kinesiology, yeah. And the thing with kinesiology is like I mean, you could do personal training and all you need is a certification, but and then you can end up like working in a gym or something, or you could do like
connections to the professors. That's what Lisa's done.
Connections to the professors is especially in like sports management. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. But if you want to go the route of like actually doing physiology and stuff, you want to be a PT, you just have to go back to school.
Yeah, not bad. Okay. Kevin Hart kind of did something similar to that. The shoe selling stuff.
Selling shoes?
Yeah, I think for Nike, he wanted to like work at the corporate level or something. You didn't ask, but I wanted to. That I knew that. Well, okay. I think I hit all the points I wanted. Is there anything you want to bring up in the podcast that we didn't get to?
It's been a pretty boring podcast. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, we really dropped the ball. We overhyped it, and we just I'm playing.
We did overhype it.
We did.
You overhyped it.
You did nothing. I asked you to be on podcasts so many times. I want to create this one with you, and then you were like,
"Me?
Yeah, man. You said I should all time do podcasts. You remember that?"
I fell asleep making this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. People don't fall asleep watching this.
Yeah, no, they were like, we came here for the comedy. We stayed for the boredom. We wanted to see how long. Like, they placed bets. They were like, over under 10 minutes without a single laugh.
They won that bet. Yeah. Whichever side you're on.
You. Both sides. All right, man. Jared had this question. I'm going to throw it your way. In the next 6 months, what do you want to say about the 6 months leading up to that? I still don't know how to phrase that question.
What did you just say?
Bro, he said it in some way. I got to go back to the footage.
In the next 6 months, what do I want to, like, look back and say I did?
Yes, for these okay. Here, in 6 months. The 6 months in between, what do you want to say about those 6 months?
So, like, I'm saying, flash forward 6 months from now. Yes. I look back, what do I want to say that I did?
Yes, those past 6 months. Yes.
Can I do 9 months?
Yeah, we'll up it for you. Yeah.
Okay.
You have a 9-month plan.
9 months, I want to say that I did an Ironman.
You and Iron. Oh, okay, because you got that plan within.
Ironman 70.3 in October in Waco.
Be there. Tickets are free.
Tickets actually cost $24.
Oh, okay.
$24.99.
They went up incredibly. Okay, they used to be free. Now it's 80 million.
Yeah.
Just to see the first part of the Ironman. If you want to see all three, that's 3, right?
Just to swim. Yeah, to swim, it's a bike, and then it's a run, and then a bike, and then a swim, and then another run.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
No.
That was. People are like, that's not it. It's just one. They're googling another tab. Ironman.
Yeah, Ironman 7.3.
Pulls up Tony Stark.
Yeah, I want to say that I did that, and that's gonna be a life goal.
Okay, that's crazy. I hope we pod it out after those 9 months. Take a shot every time I say the word pod.
Don't do that. It's a horrible idea.
Yeah, I hope that you can talk about it on the pod. That's interesting. You're gonna be the first person that I've known that's done an Ironman. I know one that was an Ironman, but that's a story for another time. You talking about Tony Stark? I referenced him twice now. I feel like
I wasn't even picking up on that. You know, it's funny. Well,
no, what's funny? Say it.
It's just like a tangent about that is I have been like looking up a lot of stuff about Iron Man, and now I'm getting all these suggestions to watch Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. like I'm a super fan. Yeah. I'm not. I don't like him. Yeah. He's not. No, I'm playing. He's a great guy.
Actually, I prefer anything that he's on. I just steer clear of.
No, he seems like a good actor. Okay. But it's funny that people will. I am Iron Man. Not an Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
You are. You're an Iron Man doing an Iron Man.
I am. Yeah.
I tried too hard. We are back. You're probably like, hey, that was a weird cut, and your energy is significantly lower. Yeah, our phone died. And then while it was charging, we spent the next several hours reminiscing about our past. And we got nothing. And then we did the outro. This part you're seeing, and then my phone was like, nah, we didn't get the audio. So you are now seeing take 3. If you heard that exhale, I know I did. You, as well as I, could feel the anger emitting from this. Some would say there's smoke coming out of your ears. This is just the outro, man. How do you want to end it?
What we said, you know what? We had. I felt decent about the other outro, and we had like a couple minutes of discussion in between the outro, or in between you introducing the outro, and then me actually transitioning into what we're outroing with. And I don't even have the energy, man. I don't even have the energy for it.
It was a good outro. It was very unique.
It was a unique outro, and we're gonna go with something different. Psych, we're going with the same thing. Freestyle. From those of you who know, if you're a real fan of the Crisaster,
none of you, y'all are like, I don't even know what that is.
The OG, the rap god himself, the rap god and the rap devil, mixing one, Crisaster. He's a legend in the rap hip hop community. Those of you who've been following him know. So I'm putting him on the spot now. He's been putting me on the spot. I'm putting him on the spot, giving me his best one-liner bars, and now you got to come up with a different one than the one you did before. All right, I want to hear one or two of just your best bars, and I know you've got a couple.
This is a do-over.
I know you got a couple in the chamber because I said this last time too. He only thinks of good bars because he says so much. Like, he freestyles so much that you're just bound to stumble on something.
Yeah, I said this in the last intro. I'm gonna run it back because I feel like it was good. You try so many full court shots, you're gonna accidentally make one. That's why I ask out so many 10s. Girls that are rated a 10, because I'm accidentally gonna get one.
Difference is your chance. If you got a 1 in 100 chance of hitting a half court shot, for you 1 in 250 ish. You got that chance of hitting that shot. You're gonna hit it 1 every 250 or 1 every 500 shots. Yeah. If you have a 0,
why is this number going up? For you, 250. 1, maybe even 500.
But if you have a 0 in 100 chance of getting an attractive female, you're always gonna miss. So that's the difference. But
okay.
Anyway, yeah, there's a chance, but it's a small one.
Oh, the mic fell. It really doesn't mean anything, but I'm still gonna put it back up.
I don't even know where we're going with this. I'm at this point pretty tired.
Yeah,
all likelihood nobody sees this. I just want to put that out into the universe.
If you're seeing this right now, it's like, oh wow, Chris he really believed in that.
Oh, you know what we talked about at the beginning of the other outro? That our lives are regressing, just in general.
Oh yeah.
I just want to throw that out there too.
Because we were like, oh, should we do the pod over? And then I was like, nah, we gotta keep it. And then we were talking about what we would have added in. And then we were like, oh yeah, we got nothing.
Anyway, for those of you who have jobs or anything else just to do with your life in general, you've probably been wanting this to end forever now.
I say that in my stand-up. There was one point, somebody left, and I stopped mid-set. I think I talked about this on the pod. And I was like, hey man, I respect that. Y'all, why are y'all not following him actually? Y'all have nothing to do. Y'all can leave. It's totally fine.
Give me your best bars.
Okay. And you don't want me to use the one that I just used?
You can, but if you don't have game,
you would be disappointed.
I would be. Internally, I won't voice it, but
okay. Even though you just voiced it, you wouldn't okay.
I won't be like, you already said that. I'm gonna call you out on it.
Man, that was a really good bar. I feel like that was my best bar.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It might have been your best bar, but it wasn't good.
No, it was. The best. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, I didn't know you rap. Let's see. They're judging me. I want you to take those expectations and drive them through the floor.
He's wearing a beanie. He may not rap, but he aspires to be like people who do.
Yes. Some say I look like a sickly Eminem. But yeah. Best bars. You know, I always go with the analogies. You know, or the similes. I'm trying to think of my songs that I've done. Oh, I had something about Titanic. I was like, oh man, what was this? It was so dope. It was like, oh, I thought we were bound to crash. That's why they call this Titanic. Then I was like, that's funny because I thought we were in sync. I feel like I had something with NSYNC and being in sync, and then something.
Moving on.
No, hold on. Our relationship was gonna hold on. They knew it was gonna crash. That's why her friends called us Titanic, because our relationship was gonna crash, like go bad. So they nicknamed us Titanic, because they saw it before we did. So it's kind of like a double meaning. And then I was like, oh, that's funny, because I thought we were in sync, like in sync together, but also the band. In sync.
You thought that you and this female,
yes.
I presume,
yes,
were a group of young boys.
Yeah, that made music in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also literally in sync.
Yeah, I like the other one better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so good. For those of you that are like, what is the other one? Is it even good? Yes, it was so good. It was like, I don't like none of y'all. I got a bag to chase. Y'all are hella fake, acting like a Kardashian face. There's some guys that are going, oh, I'm going to write that down.
Hey, by all means.
What was yours?
We're not coming after you.
See, pulling up the notes. How are you going to roast me when I'm... Let me think back to everything I've ever done.
I don't even have anything written down.
Go through the thousands of parking lots I've spent freestyling.
See, that's the difference between me and you. I don't practice.
But yeah, we're still on the same level. That's skill.
Hey, ground zero, you can't go lower. So.
It's very true. That's why it's called ground zero.
No, I don't. I'm not a rapper.
No. Say the one that I brought up. The camelback thing.
But I don't have anything there. I just thought of this bar.
Yeah.
And I went with it like an Eminem flow from Rap Guide.
Yeah.
And I had a camelback, and I'm smacking the back of the camelback pack on the back of the hand, and I just was running with that flow, sort of same vein as lickety flippity flippity dippity hippity whatever, back of the mac of the backpack yak yakety yakety yak.
Y'all may think this is a crazy flow. It's just a stolen one. So you stole the flow. I had an original, and that you're roasting me. I just want to make that very. No, I had the Panda Beat one where I was like, "Love is the feeling when I'm with you. It's stressful, it's tough when I miss you." See me broken out. I said, but it's a preview. I thought that was kind of fire.
I don't know what you said, but when you said it on the beat, I was like, he's riding the beat.
And that's our outro.
We'll clip a few bars on a song.
You mean outro. Me? When I'm we together, so just me and Eddie. What do you want me to do?
No, I'm just making a joke. We're not making a song.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it? No, we will. We will. I have manifested it. I tried to get you not only on a podcast, but on an album together. We'll do it.
I guess there's only a degree of embarrassment that you can take where you cross a threshold where it's no longer embarrassing.
Yeah, it's just you. And I feel like...
People just look at you that way.
Yeah, they're just like, no, that's fine. He made this song, and it was very offbeat, but that's him now. Like, it's... Most people would be like, I could never put that out, but him... He insists.
He just has the mind of a focus.
Yeah, That's the first song I made in high school. That's yeah. All right, man. Great podcast. We hope if you see it, that means I convinced him to release it. I said no, they have to see this. If you didn't see it, this was weird. We just set a camera up and talked for quite a while, and.
In my room, in my parents' house. That's another part of this.
Yeah. Stay frosty. I love you.
Sign out.
Moving the fade. Well, there's 45 minutes gone. Unsub.
Close my laptop.
Shut up. I'm just gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that what we just did. I'm gonna fade it back up. Unsub.